I heard your farts. You opened up your butt and I heard your farts. I cooked some cabbage. Now your butt is ravaged.
What was the other song we were singing at dinner?
A fart of gold?
No. Oh, cabbage and fennel and beans in a soup. Beans and fennel and cabbage too. These are a few of my fartiest things.
Cabbage and fennel and beans in a stew. All of these things that make you have to poo-hoo.
These are a few of my fartiest things. When I eat raw vegetables, they make me poop. Because it's very hard to digest raw vegetables. Why do they say you need to?
All right, I'm going to bed.
Already?
Yes, already.
We just got here.
It's the Bedtime Pod podcast. What a dinner we had. If you can't tell, that farting intro is inspired by an incredibly veg-heavy dinner I made.
Yeah, I really don't understand how people eat healthy and not fart their brains out.
I think they do.
So anyone who's eating healthy out there is just freaking just blowing steam out of their ass.
Yeah, I think we as a society need to accept farting as like more part of the culture.
Yeah. See it as like something you could be attracted by.
Not so much that, but like but less of something to be ashamed of. Like, obviously, like, you should try to avoid farting in front of people because it's disgusting, but not because it's shameful, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's gross.
Well, you know how in olden times, like, men liked larger women?
Yeah.
Like,
and that's still true in some cultures, and a lot of men do like that.
No, I know, but it's now less so. Mm-hmm. You know, it wasn't as mainstream as it was then.
Yeah.
So maybe we could do the same thing with the farts.
Well, yeah, you know, if she's farting, she's healthy.
Yeah, if she's farting, she's going to live long.
Mm-hmm. Because, yeah, when I eat a lot of processed, like, crap, I don't fart that much. But I don't fart that much anymore. Haven't you noticed?
Yeah, but explain it to me. Why does eating healthy make you gassy?
I think it's just, like, all the fiber in the vegetables and stuff.
And it's just harder to digest things that are healthier?
It's, like, more work for your stomach. That's why it's, like, better for you, and you're fuller longer because it takes longer to digest.
Right, but like something like Wendy's or whatever
goes right through you.
Goes
Same
right
with
through
like
you.
chips and candy. It's just like beep bloop, beep bloop.
But you would think, you know, it's kind of counterintuitive. You would think the thing that's easier to digest is healthier for you, right?
It's not easier to digest. It's just like
it's nothing.
It's nothing. It's like there's they're not pulling any nutrients out. It's not like pushing shit through you. It's just like bleep bloop, like I said before. Yeah. You know, my digestive system is a robot when I have candy.
Just bleep bloop, bleep bloop. That's how it works in your stomach.
Yeah.
All right, first you're going to go down the esophagus, then you're going to go to the bleep bloop.
Exactly.
I do. When I think about the internal workings of my body, I do think of it like a factory.
Oh, me too. And I've always pictured it like a factory since childhood. It's like a bunch of machines chomping up and down.
Like the first time I saw Osmosis Jones, I was like, okay, they get it.
Yeah. Oh, a classic film. So good. Watched it so many times. I owned it on DVD.
It really makes a lot of sense. Like that is, honestly, that is what's going on. There's a bunch of characters down there.
It's a good movie. I love it.
And whenever I take Advil, I think that like that Advil like cop is going down there and it's going to shoot everybody.
Yeah, there really was nothing grosser than Bill Murray eating that like nasty egg from the floor of the zoo. I think that's like the inciting incident of the film.
That's how he gets sick?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's funny to be like use terms like, well, that's the inciting incident of the film, and say like, yeah, he eats a dirty egg off the floor of the zoo.
Yeah. Why do we even try to write good things?
I know. We don't have to.
Yeah.
Sometimes I find it freeing.
Yeah. Just write the simplest, dumbest idea.
Yeah.
And that'll work best. Okay. Speaking of not simple and not dumb, I wanted to recap our guest from last week, Andrea Jin.
Andrea Jin. Incredible woman.
Juno Award winning.
Which
is a Canadian Grammy.
It's incredible.
Right here in our bedroom.
She's also just like cool and gorgeous and funny, and I love her.
She is like effortlessly funny.
Yeah. She doesn't have to do anything. She's just funny.
Yeah. She's just like, everything's coming through that gin filter.
Yeah, exactly.
The gin filter
of like, because how could you not be funny if your mom is comparable to Adam Sandler in Uncut Gems? Yeah, I also, one thing I liked about that episode is we got to like interview someone. I know. It was fun to have someone on we didn't know that well.
Yeah, it was refreshing to just like ask them questions and get to know them, as opposed to like finding things to talk about that's not them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I would have her back on.
I would too, but I don't think we're having repeat guests just yet.
No, but I think I definitely would have her back on.
I can't stop thinking about how good dinner was.
Yeah, dinner was really good.
Food is kind of the best thing in my life. Is that crazy?
No, it is the best. It's super important in our relationship.
It is.
Like, so much of our life revolves around food.
Yeah, I could never be with someone who didn't like food, first of all. I can't even really be friends with people who don't like food. What do we talk about?
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Like, what would we have if we didn't have food? Would we even like each other?
You weren't that into food when we met.
No, I got into it. I've always been a big eater, though.
Yeah, but you would eat just like literal garbage.
No, but like if I go out to a restaurant, I'm feasting. Like, I love to feast.
Interesting.
But the quality of ingredients and maybe the places I went to weren't necessarily that good.
You did live in Thai town, though, so you were eating at least some good Thai food.
No, Thai food was on fleek.
Where did you go out to eat before we got together?
Oh, man.
I'm so curious.
I just didn't, that wasn't a part of my personality. But now I like really like seeking out restaurants, or like if someone's like, let's go out to eat, I do think I am very considerate about where we're going to go. Like, I really think about it now. Whereas before I probably would just be like, what's the closest and what's the cheapest?
Interesting.
Like, not like, oh my God, I really want to try this place.
Yeah.
I think Thai was a hit because I lived right by there. I'm sure I was eating a lot of pizza, a lot of tacos, but I rarely, maybe I went to Johnny and Vinny's, but like, Johnny and Vinny's. But I rarely would like go out to eat in like a foodie sort of way. But you were always like that.
I've always been like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything is there any part of your food life that I've lessened?
No, because I always still cooked a ton. And when I went out to eat, I made sure it was like special. Unless it was just like, I'm out, I'm starving, I can't go home. Like, then I will eat something like crappy just to like fill myself up if I don't have time. I have to pay more attention to groceries.
Why?
Just because you saw how I would grocery shop before, like very willy-nilly, like, oh, that looks good, like not planning very much.
Yeah.
And now I plan more. Also, like, I get to cook more stuff because I'm feeding 2 people. So that's fun. But no, I always really cared about food.
What about shellfish?
Obviously, I can't eat shellfish like I used to, which was quite a bit.
And that bums you out.
It really does.
The first time you heard that, do you remember? Walk me through your reaction.
I was like, this fucking sucks. I loved going to eat like oysters or whatever with my last boyfriend.
Oh, man.
But he sucked, so.
Yeah, would you rather like a mean boyfriend you can eat oysters with, or a nice guy you can't eat oysters with?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, like, man. It's fine. And now whenever I'm not with you, I do make a point to eat shellfish.
Yeah.
But that's not very often because I don't eat out that much. And when I do, I'm not going to like a nice place with shellfish. So
you are, I think the longer we've been together, the more reckless you are about my shellfish allergy.
Oh, that's 100% true. At this point, I'm like, let's just see what happens.
I'm scared.
Let's test it.
You want to test it.
I do want to test it.
You just want to cut a wound and see if it hurts.
Pretty much. I'm just like, why don't you just take a little nibble of the scallop, see if it hurts.
I get it though. That looks good.
It's so good. I just feel sad for you. You would fucking love scallops. You would love shrimp. Like, it's also annoying when we go out to eat sushi or whatever. I can't get shrimp. I can't get crab. I can't get scallops. That's all the best shit.
I'm so sorry for you.
I know, my life's so hard.
Your life is really hard.
Especially because we do live in like the best sushi neighborhood in LA apparently, and we have gone out for that a couple times recently, and it is so fucking good. So like, imagine the shellfish. Imagine.
You've ruined some food for me.
Like what?
Frank's hot sauce.
How have I ruined Frank's hot sauce?
You don't let me put it on anything.
That's not true. We don't even own it. Why don't you buy it?
When we had it, you didn't let me put it on anything.
Well, when you put it on something I cooked, it's deeply offensive. But like, put it on eggs, I don't care.
Why is it offensive? Maybe I think that your food would be a nice pairing with Frank's hot sauce.
Frank's covers the flavor of whatever it's on. So, no, it's not a nice pairing. You put Frank's on something when it doesn't have enough flavor. That's why it's such a good, like, quote unquote diet food. Like, I have a friend who would just eat like shredded chicken that he like fully just boiled in water, but he would cover it in Frank's because it's like no calories. And yeah, it masks, or it just gives food flavor.
Yeah.
But the food I cook has a lot of flavor, so I'm appropriately seasoning it.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
I can part ways with Frank's.
You can get Frank's. I like it.
But I choose you over Frank's.
No, I like Frank's.
What do you like Frank's on?
I like it on eggs.
Yeah, I'm kind of over eggs.
I know. We haven't been eating them at all, really.
Have we been buying them?
No, but I had to buy them because I'm doing a cooking show this week, and I had to recipe test a Dutch baby.
What's a Dutch baby?
It's like a mix between a pancake, a crepe, and a popover, and it's just flour, milk, and eggs, and then you mix that, and then you put it in a very hot skillet in the oven for like 20 minutes, and it pops up, and then it's like a big German pancake.
Yeah. That's fun, recipe testing.
Yeah, it was fun. I made 3 yesterday.
And did they keep getting better and better?
They did. The first one was so eggy.
And are you just kind of calibrating what needs to change between each recipe?
Yeah, I write down what I change.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Man, it must be so hard to come up with.
Oh, yeah.
Like dishes.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not doing that. A Dutch baby already existed. I just looked at a bunch of recipes and then I took what I liked from each one and made my own.
That is what's interesting about people who say they're a good cook. Like, I agree you're a good cook, but like at the end of the day, you open up a book and you get a recipe and you just copy that.
Well, I don't do that. Like, sometimes I do that and I love cookbooks, but like tonight I cooked everything myself I made it up. Like, and I don't measure.
Do you think people who only cook stuff from a recipe are actually good cooks?
If they can pull off the recipe, yeah. And also I think...
But how hard is that to do?
It can be hard. Like making a custard, for example, you can follow the recipe to a T, but it's still more than likely your custard is not going to turn out like a custard. It's very easy to accidentally scramble the eggs in custard, and it's disgusting.
So there's like a bit of an instinct.
There's instinct, there's technique. Like, you could make me a pico de gallo, but if you don't know how to cut onions, it's going to be like fucking gross and chunky ass onions in your pico de gallo.
Why do you think you're a good cook?
Because I have just natural instincts in the kitchen because I've been cooking for so long. I don't need to follow a recipe. I can look at something online and then say, oh, I like that idea, and just make it myself. Like tonight, I made us braised cabbage with tahini and a walnut olive salsa verde.
So good.
It was so fucking good. And I thought of that because I love braised cabbage. It's like my favorite food right now, honestly. And then I was scrolling Instagram yesterday and I saw a guy roast carrots and put a walnut olive salsa verde on it. And I was like, oh, I like that idea. Walnut olive salsa verde. And I didn't look at his recipe. I just made my own.
You just put it all together.
Yeah.
This is a woman who's connecting the dots.
Yeah,
Give me a kiss. That's our first on-air kiss.
That's our first on-air kiss. Yeah. And like for the braised cabbage, I, saw a ton of recipes for that, but normally I make it more Asian-y. I'll cook it in soy sauce, maple syrup, some chili flakes, and what's it called? Sesame oil. But with the tahini and the walnut olive salsa verde, I was like, I can't mix that with an Asian flavor, so I just cooked it in veggie broth.
Yeah. I feel so grateful that like you like we talked about this with Andrea a little bit, but I really feel grateful that you like doing the things that you do for our family.
Oh, yeah.
And for the most part, I like doing most of the things that I do for our family.
Yeah, you like doing laundry.
I like doing laundry. I do like cleaning.
I liked mopping the floor the other day.
Yeah. I like the budget, but I procrastinate it because it's just like it's a lot of work.
I think we can relax on the budget.
No, I think we're doing great.
We don't have to do the budget anymore. We can just spend whatever we want to spend.
That sounds like a good path to a long-term marriage. Part of me wishes we could do that, but we don't make enough money where we're just like, it'll be fine.
No, I know.
Eventually we're gonna just be like, oh shit.
Yeah.
There's nothing in there.
Yeah, that would be terrifying.
But like someone like Seth Rogen, I mean, I'm sure that guy, whenever he thinks of something he wants to buy, he just buys it.
Yeah.
He never thinks twice.
Yeah.
There's always money there.
That sounds crazy.
Would you wish that kind of life? Would you wish for that kind of life?
It's so interesting because I do have some like ethical issues with people who are too wealthy, and I do think he borders on too wealthy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he needs as much money as he has. I don't think anybody does.
Well, I think to live in a way where you never think twice about money, like you don't need that much money. You need a lot of money, but I mean like as much money as he has, he's way past that line.
Yeah, like nobody needs a mansion. And I'm sorry, I just don't care. I don't think people should have mansions at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think it would be nice if everyone just had enough.
Or like a little more than enough. But
just a little bit more than enough.
The greed is like out of control for me.
Yeah. We're a little socialists.
Yeah.
Deal with it. You know what I was thinking would be fun?
What?
Since we love food so much and we love television.
Yes, that is true.
It'd be cool to cast our favorite sitcom with our favorite types of food.
You mean cast a sitcom with our favorite types of food?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm into that.
Okay, let's cast a sitcom with our favorite types of food. Syd, you go first. What's the name of this sitcom?
It's called, I hope this doesn't give me IBS or inflame. I hope this doesn't inflame my IBS.
Okay, I love that. And who are your series regulars?
My series regulars are home cooked meals.
Okay.
Number 2, sushi.
Yeah.
Sushi is my favorite thing to go out to eat because I can't cook it at home.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
Like when you go out to eat, like when you go out and you get something that you could cook at home, it's so pointless.
I hate it. Like I really don't like going and getting a hamburger. Like obviously I don't eat meat, but like a Beyond Burger. I can make an incredible Beyond Burger at my house.
Yeah, or if there's like Impossible Nuggets on a menu, you're
fuck that.
Come on, man.
I know.
Okay, so home cooked meal, sushi.
And then the other winner for me is a specific restaurant called Kismet Rotisserie, which Kismet's a very fancy restaurant in LA. It's fucking delicious. It's like Israeli Middle Eastern food. But Kismet Rotisserie is a chicken restaurant. Once again, I don't eat meat, but I go for the sides. So they have like these really crispy potatoes.
Schmaltzy
potatoes. I get them not cooked in schmaltz, but they're still really good. And then they have the best tzatziki ever. It's fennel tzatziki. And I just shove that on pita and shove it on the potatoes. And they have a bunch of side salads that are so good. And that is my other series regular.
Okay, so your series regulars are sushi, home cooked meal, Kismet Rotisserie. Okay, yeah. What's next?
Okay, recurring character, Indian food.
Ooh.
I love Indian food so much. It's probably one of my other favorite foods. I can't really cook it. I have an Indian cookbook, but it is like a lot of fucking work.
Yeah, and it really stinks the place up too.
I like how it smells.
I do too, but it's a very specific smell.
Yeah,
it's a strong smell.
I love Indian food.
So, but you don't have it that much.
I don't have it that much.
But it makes an appearance the way a recurring character would.
Yeah, I have it once every couple weeks.
Yeah. Okay, what else?
Guest star would have to be Thai food.
Yes.
I love Thai food.
Is it a recurring guest star or is it just a guest star?
You know what? It's recurring also. So my recurs are Indian and Thai food.
Okay.
Thai food is like exactly what I want when I'm sick.
See, like just from me living with you every day of our life, I feel like we would bump down Indian food to guest star.
Yeah.
And put what was the food we had at guest star that you just bumped up?
Thai
at recurring. Keep that there.
Can I have 2 recurs?
You can have as many as you want. I'm just saying what I notice about your life. Like I never see you have Indian food. You love Indian food, but we never have it.
Okay, fine.
I mean, do whatever you want.
No, he's right.
No, it's your sitcom.
No, but you're right.
No, but it's your show.
Okay. But now that I'm thinking about it, there's one thing I eat more than Indian food that I also love.
What?
Pho.
Ugh.
And the hot bun noodle. If Vietnamese food fucking slaps.
Okay, so
it's so good.
Yeah, where are we putting that? Is that a series regular?
No. My recurs are as follow: Thai and Vietnamese.
Okay.
Both I eat vegetarian, but the reason those are there is because every time I don't feel good, that's what I want.
Yeah, and those are there for you.
And those are there for me. Very comfort foods.
They're kind of polar opposites in a way because they're both Asian cuisine, right? But I feel like Thai food can lean more on the unhealthy side, while Vietnamese food can be quite healthy.
I think you can eat healthy in both. So calling them polar opposites, literally insane. Oh, foods from countries that are pretty close to each other? Those are polar opposites, I'd say. Sure, Noah.
I'm trying to have a take. And in the process of having a take, I'm saying the dumbest things.
Yeah. So those are pretty similar for recurs.
Yeah, but like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
No, go.
Okay, so then
What about Burmese food?
We never have that.
I know.
I do love it so fucking much.
It's so good.
It's so fucking good. That's a special guest star.
Yeah, that's a guest star.
Yeah. Guest star Burmese food, which there's like one Burmese restaurant in LA. It's right by our old apartment. I'm absolutely devastated we don't live by it anymore. I forgot what it's called.
Bagan.
It's so good.
It's at the corner of like Virgil and Temple.
Yeah. Talk about unhealthy. You want to shit your pants? Go get some Burmese food.
But I will say, if you are sitting there and you are someone who's never had a tea leaf salad.
Oh, fuck.
Literally, I want you to stop what you're doing. I don't care where you are and drive to Bagan and get a tea leaf salad. It comes with shrimp. I obviously can't eat shrimp, so I get it vegetarian, but it's so good. And that is healthy, right?
That is healthy.
Yeah.
And then they also have this noodle with tomatoes in it. I totally forget what it's called, but it's so fucking good.
Okay, keep going.
Okay. So that's my guest star is Burmese and Indian. So those are my guesties.
Okay.
And my guest stars are very special to me. I just can't eat them that much because they are pretty unhealthy.
Yeah. Okay. Co-stars?
Co-star, Chinese food. I love Chinese food. There's not really any good Chinese food in LA unless you go a little outside the city, and I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Also, once again, talk about not feeling good. Chinese food.
You know, it's interesting. What you didn't put on the list is Italian food.
I don't care about going out to eat Italian food because I make really good pasta.
Yeah.
I make a lot of Italian food for us too, I feel like.
Yeah. And I guess like you don't eat meat, so like eating an Italian meat dish.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah. Doesn't really, but I don't know. Chicken Parmesan is like the goat to me.
That's interesting.
Like,
we'll save it for your series, for your casting.
Yeah.
But yeah, Italian Italian wasn't on there, and I
Like
stand by
pizza
that.
even?
I love pizza, but okay, I'll make pizza a guest star. I'll make Italian a guest star.
Okay.
Well, I hope this didn't bore everyone to tears. I loved it, though. I loved it. Okay, now you go.
Okay, so I would say for me, my series regulars are some sort of Mediterranean dish. I do love Kismet rotisserie, but there's a lot of restaurants in LA that do that well. I love it because it's healthy, it's light, but it can also be not either of those things. It can kind of be anything you want it to be, Mediterranean food.
Yeah, I agree.
Sushi, again, worth the price, can't make it at home. A home cooked meal. I would say my recurring are Italian food. I love pizza.
Yeah, you do.
Pizza is the GOAT.
You're a Jersey boy.
You know, like I anytime I walk by a pizza place and they're offering pizza by the slice, it's very hard for me not to go in and just ask for like a little small cut.
I'm sorry. Can I just have the smallest cut possible? I just ate, but I can't walk by a pizza place and not ask for a small cut.
The guy's like, we don't do like small cuts. We only have one type of cut.
Just take one cut it in half, and charge me a price.
Okay, but I'm going to charge you full price.
But it's a half cut. Okay, keep going.
So the pizza, and then I would say also recurring Thai food and pho, Vietnamese, guest stars, Indian food as well. And then my co-stars are like fast food.
You never eat fast food.
No, I know. That's why they're co-stars. They have 1 to 2 lines.
Okay.
In my life.
Okay. What fast food do you like?
Any sort of fried chicken, anything.
Yeah.
I would also put like Chinese food, Korean barbecue, all that stuff under that as a co-star.
You know what I forgot?
What?
Mexican food.
Oh my God.
We're insane. I'm literally from fucking San Diego.
Mexico. Jesus Christ. Mexican food
is a
series regular.
Is a series regular.
100%.
The amount of burritos I eat, I can't believe I forgot it. Probably because it's so ingrained in my life at this point. It feels like a home cooked meal.
But is Mexican food healthy?
It can be like fajitas and shit.
Yeah.
But I eat like a burrito.
What I like about Mexican food is like the economies of scale of it.
You mean it's affordable and you get so much food?
It's affordable. You get so much food. It fills you up for a long time.
Yeah.
And it tastes good.
Yeah. I eat it a lot less now that we live in the Valley because where we lived had such good, easy Mexican food. We could get a burrito whenever we wanted, like on the corner of our street. I miss it.
Yeah. I mean, I think if I lived in New York,
I'd suffer.
Well, I think pizza would be my series regular. Like Italian food would be my series regular. And then specifically pizza, or maybe a chicken parm hero. And then my recur there would be Mexican food.
You would never eat Mexican food.
No, it'd probably be a guest star there.
It would become off the show.
Yeah, but like here, Mexican food, culturally speaking, is like the Italian food of Los Angeles.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But you know, you get a taco the same way you get a slice in New York.
Yeah.
Here.
And I resent Italian food because when we go to Jersey, it is all we have. So I think that's why it's not even on my thing.
Okay, here's a good question. Someone's directing this pilot. That person is a chef that you feel confident could cook everything you needed for the rest of your life. Like that's the only chef you get, and they're going to cook all your meals, and you feel good about that.
I mean, I don't feel good about it because a lot of my food is ethnic. Fuckity fuck. Samin Nosrat.
Who's that?
The salt, fat, acid, heat.
Oh,
woman.
that's good.
Who's yours?
Ottolenghi.
Ugh, I love Ottolenghi. Ugh, fuck. Is mine Ottolenghi too? No.
Well, just because I again, like, he has a large variety.
Yeah, he can do a lot.
Of what he can cook.
He can do a lot.
Healthy, unhealthy, desserts, really can keep you entertained and intrigued.
I'm madly in love with him.
Yeah, Ottolenghi would be the director of my show.
Yeah.
Of my food show.
He's so good.
Well, cool.
Wow. We really talked about food.
Speaking of health.
Speaking of health.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
How do you feel like your parents have contributed to the way you eat?
Oh, hugely. I mean, my mom was like a health food freak. We went to the health food store. She made us a lot of salads. She's not a very good cook. I hope she doesn't listen to this, but I don't think she'll be that offended. Well, she doesn't try. She could if she wanted to, but she doesn't try.
Yeah.
But she would always make us that like French salad dressing when we were kids. And she also really loves food. Like my grandparents cooked a lot of food from their background. So a lot of Polish and French food. And then, you know, that more went down to me. My mom didn't really do that. But yeah, it was very healthy from her.
Do you feel like when you got older, you understood like your relationship to food, or like was that something you had to figure out? Like,
what do you mean?
For example, I feel like the way food was talked about in my house when I got out on my own, I understood what was a healthy choice or an unhealthy choice.
Oh.
But I also policed myself because that was happening in my childhood home. So I'm just like, what did that look like for you? Did you feel confident? You knew like, what was your parents' relationship to food? How did that affect your future as an adult?
I mean, my parents also really policed what they ate and what we ate. A lot of like shitty diet culture in our house that like haunts me to this day.
Yeah.
It is just like fucking impossible to get rid of. And it fucking sucks. So yeah, I do think I knew what healthy choices were when I got out of the house, but because I tried so hard to eat healthy and diet, I often went the other way and I would binge eat. And that was a huge problem I had for a long time. I guess trigger warning. I had I mean, I guess it doesn't go away. I had a binge eating disorder. That was still pretty prevalent when you and I started dating.
You hid it from me though.
I told you about it, but you didn't really see it.
Yeah, I never saw it.
Well, we didn't live together. And then once we finally moved in together, I had, gotten some treatment. And what really got me to stop was to stop policing and dieting. Like, if I want something, I pretty much let myself have it now. And I cook really well-rounded meals. Like, I eat carbs, protein, fat, pretty much every meal.
Time and time again, I find that whenever I restrict, I end up, not hurting myself, but like by the end of the day, I'm like,
you ate more than you would have.
Yeah, I eat more than I would have.
It's by design.
Like, that's why I need like time parameters.
Yeah.
So I know not to like eat past a certain time and I'm just cutting myself off. But like, it is like, if I'm like, oh, I'm going to go light here. It's like, oh, well, then I'm just hungry. Yeah. It's just better to eat that like filling meal and then see where you're at.
Yeah. And there's a reason the diet industry is $1 billion industry, because it doesn't work. Yeah. Like, if it worked, it wouldn't be a good business to get into. Right. So.
Yeah. No one would need advice. They'd be like, I'm good. Yeah. I know what to eat.
Yeah. So yeah, I try not to diet and I try to just, eat as healthy as possible, but let myself have, like, I don't think bread is bad for you. I think that's fucking stupid.
Yeah, or pasta.
Pasta's not bad for you. Like, eat what you want to eat. I do think, like, yeah, eating too many animals is not good for you, but also do what you want to do. Like, I don't care. I truly don't care.
Yeah, creating these like strict rules around it doesn't seem like it's very helpful.
No.
Seems like it can really shoot yourself in the foot like that way.
Yeah.
But speaking of our parents' relationship to food,
this is a weird segue, but do it.
I'm trying to get to it.
Speaking of our parents and health.
Yeah. Our parents are getting older.
Our parents are old.
Old?
My parents are old.
Your dad's old.
My mom's 70.
But that's like normal age for our moms.
I don't think so.
My parents are just about to hit 70.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think that's normal age. That's not like an old... Okay, yes, they are getting old.
Yeah.
That's the truth. And I've been thinking about it more and more, especially because recently my dad got some health news, which was that he has a back injury that he had for years that basically the doctor told him, I think you'll make a full recovery, but I would advise you to never do any activity where you could fall.
You mean fall backwards?
Fall backwards.
Yeah, and never do anything you could fall. Well, you're not walking outside in the winter.
Of course. No, I mean fall backwards.
So he can't play basketball anymore.
Yeah.
Is what Noah's saying.
He can't play basketball. He can't ski. And, I'm sure a lot of people are like, oh, like, that's not that big of a deal. Like, you're lucky. And like, I am lucky. I get that. But like, when I got that news, it really made me sad because my dad being like athletic and that being something we would do together, play sports together and stuff, that was like our thing.
Yeah, that was sad.
That was the way we connected. And this for me is like the first time where I'm like, oh, wow, like he is getting older and that part of our life together is coming to an end.
Yeah. Yeah, Noah cried about it a lot.
I cried. I was at work. I left work. I felt a lot of feelings came up for me. One of which was like that I've given so much time to older men, more time to them than I have to my dad.
You mean like your bosses?
Like bosses and mentors. I've given them more of my best years than I have to my father. And that's like really hard to reconcile with, especially because like sometimes I feel like my efforts to these men don't matter and they don't care.
Yeah.
And obviously anything I do is like the most special thing to my dad.
Yeah.
And I get there's like, because he's my dad. Like it's just a different relationship, of course. Like why would I expect my boss to be that close to me,
Yeah.
But I don't know. It made me feel bad. Like I missed out on those years when he still could do those things, and I'm just not gonna get him back.
Yeah, I think it's okay for you to like mourn that and grieve that and not compare it to anybody else's struggle. Like, because I know it's not that bad. Like, it is sad. That's a really hard thing.
Do you remember when your dad when he crossed that line where it's like, okay, like, or I mean, I also will say before I ask that question, like my dad was like a very special, rare type of person. Like he was in incredible shape.
He's in really good shape.
Most people don't play basketball into their 60s.
No,
they just don't.
Yeah.
And I was lucky that he did.
Yeah.
But do you feel like there was a point where your dad kind of took this crossed this same sort of line where you realize like, oh, it's just going to be a little bit different how we interact because of his age?
A little bit, but I mean, I was only 15 years old when my dad was your dad's age. So right. Like our experiences have been so different. Like I never went on like hikes really with my dad or like, he swam and he still swims and he goes to the gym and he lifts weights. But I guess I never really thought he was like that old. I had friends whose dads were really athletic, but my mom is really athletic. And I have never been that athletic. I mean, I think I am naturally, but I didn't really like playing sports or doing anything like that. So I didn't really do that with my family. Except I swam when I was a kid, but that stopped by like 14. But I do remember I went to Ireland with my dad like 8 years ago, and he was too tired to walk around Dublin with me. Like, and as you know from traveling with me now that we've been together for so long, my favorite thing to do is just walk around a city. Like, that's all I want to do. No map, just walk around, find places to eat, look around. Yeah, and he was too tired. Couldn't do it. He slept all day. So that was sad. But also I had a great day. So I don't know. I don't have the same kind of relationship with my parents that you have with yours. But, you know, my dad is in his 80s now, and I definitely over the past 10 years have noticed like, oh, his skin it's very easy for him to get a cut. Yeah. Like he would just have scratches, all like bloody scratches on his face, and I'd be like, what the fuck? And he's just like, yeah, when your skin's old, and that has been kind of jarring. Yeah, just him slowing down.
Yeah, it feels like as you get older, it's important to not judge your relationship with your parents to like what it was.
Yeah.
Like just because like, yeah, my dad and I used to play basketball. We would ski together. Like just because we can't do that anymore doesn't mean we're not as close or it's not as special or we can't have any like bonding moments. You know?
Well, and I think what you'll find, which is, you know, because I'm about 15 years ahead of you with my relationship with my dad and aging, is that it changes, but it kind of gets, you know, obviously things are sad and hard, but it also gets more fun. Like my dad is a nut job now. He wants to go to Disneyland. Like he would never have gone to Disneyland before this, but now it was his idea. He was like, let's go to Disneyland. And he was like, I don't care how much money the tickets are, like, let's do it. Because he's old. What does he need it for? You know?
Yeah.
Like he's just like, yeah, let's get the fucking fast pass. Like I looked into it. Like if I buy it through AAA, blah, blah, blah. Like they're just like more down to clown a bit. So you have that to look forward to.
And I know this is cheesy, but I do feel like the saying that always helps me here is don't be sad, it's over. Be happy like it happened.
Yeah.
And I
Your dad's not dead though.
No,
and he's not even close.
I know. It was sad just like knowing that I'm never going to be able to swing the ball to my dad for a jump shot to win the game.
Yeah. Devastating. No, I agree. It's sad, but new things will pop up.
Well, what do you think about me kind of internalizing it and being like, why did I give my time to these people and not to him?
That's not you. It's not a you problem. That's just how fucking society is. And you know, I hate it. And I was just talking to a friend. I was like, I feel so stressed out all the time, but I want the things I like cost fucking money. Like going to the farmer's market is a fortune. And like, you know, getting like a cool spice or something like from a specialty store is not cheap. Like the shit I want to do costs money. So yeah, I have to be fucking stressed out. And it's the same kind of with you. It's like, what are you supposed to do? Like you can't just like be your dad's keeper. You have to go work.
Yeah.
It sucks. It really does suck.
Like even if I lived close to him,
you would work all the fucking time.
There would be a lot of time where I couldn't see him.
Yeah.
And I probably got to play more basketball with him in my adult time living away than I did if I were there. Because when I would come home, it was all about him. Yeah. I'm here for a week. What do you want to do?
Yeah, exactly. You prioritize it.
You know, and be like, okay, well, we want to play basketball. Let's play basketball one day.
Yeah. Whereas we live very close to my parents, and it's kind of like, okay, we'll go for the afternoon.
I'm also noticing like my parents just going to sleep like earlier and earlier.
Oh yeah, my dad always went to bed early. But
really?
Yeah, like 8 p.m.
Even when he was like in his 50s?
Yeah, because he would work, get up at like 5 or 6.
Oh man! So we on Friday we went to Syd was in a play by Liz Guest. That's a really great show that everyone should check out called Sweeter. But Syd's dad came into town. We went to see the play. And can I spoil this? Like what you on the play?
Yeah.
So in the play, Syd her performance is from the audience. She's in the audience, so she was sitting next to us. And I don't think your dad realized that.
I told him.
Oh, okay. But I thought it was funny. He fell asleep in the beginning of the play.
Yeah, he couldn't stay awake.
And then when he woke up, you were like on the stage.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
She's up there.
Yeah. He liked the play from what he saw, which I think is very fun.
He will like anything.
Yeah.
He's very sweet.
He's very sweet.
In that way.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. What did you... Can you tell me, like, how do you spend time with an older parent now?
My dad and I have so much fucking fun. Like, I think you have to just let go of any, like, shoulds and just know what an old man wants to do. So my dad has been visiting me, like, once every few weeks now. because he takes the bus in and it's very easy. And I pick him up at the bus stop and then he stays in a hotel because he has so many points. And
so what does an old man want to do?
So last time he came in, he doesn't care about the car, how long the car ride is. So I drove him to fucking Brentwood to try pie. There's a pie place in Brentwood he really wanted to go sample. Winston's Pies. So we went there. We got 2 pieces of pies. We got coffee. That was really fun. And then he wanted to go to this sushi place in fucking Santa Monica because he's very picky.
How did he find it?
His friend took him like a couple weeks ago or a couple months ago. And there was like one thing on the menu he liked. So we went to that sushi place. He got exactly what he wanted. And then he wants to come back to the house and watch TV. So we watched TV at the apartment. And the time before that, it was MSNBC. The other day when he was here, I was like, you want to try this show Suits? Noah loves it. And he was like, sure. We put it on. My dad is like, this is the best show I've ever seen. Why aren't you on this show? And I was like, I don't know, but I wish. It is incredible. So Suits is his new favorite show. We watched 2 episodes of Suits. And the first episode of Suits is an hour and a half. So we watched maybe 3 hours of Suits. And then we went to dinner. And then he went to the play. And then I drove him to the hotel. Yeah. It's fun. I mean, a lot of it is eating. Like...
It's eating and watching and hanging.
Yeah, which is fun.
Yeah, it's fun. I don't know. I have trouble doing that.
I know. You don't like to quote unquote relax.
And my family is not good at that.
Yeah, no one in your family can relax. It's actually very bizarre.
But maybe this is a change. Maybe my dad will be like, you know what? Like, let's relax together.
It's weird because your family's always like, we're a sweatpant family. We're a sweatpant family. We go out, everyone's in sweatpants except me. I'm in jeans and a nice top and a pair of boots, but everyone's like, we're a sweatpant family. One day you'll be in sweatpants too. And I'm like, actually, I won't ever do that. I will not go out to dinner in sweatpants.
I feel like you live that sweatpant life, but you ain't in sweatpants. My family is in sweatpants, but they live in like, Wrangler jeans life.
Yeah, your family is like, oh yeah, because they're always doing shit, even though I have been very busy.
No, I know, but you're very good at like giving yourself that time to just like chill.
Well, yeah, I have to, or I'll have a mental breakdown.
I saw a post on Instagram they did a study that was like, if you have at least one day a week of like being absolutely lazy, like every aspect in your life gets better.
I hope that was really a study and not just a meme, but I believe it.
I totally believe it.
Yeah, I need multiple days of rest. I don't always get them, but I like it.
Like right now that I'm working so much, on the weekends, I really don't make a lot of plans right now and I don't do anything. And it makes me able to have the stressful weeks that I have. Like it makes me able to endure them.
Yeah, you have to.
Because I really got time off on the weekend.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, I think I'm going to start to just be a little more understanding and looser. No, of like what my relationship with my dad as he gets older can be.
Oh, yeah.
Because I feel like with my mom, I have been doing that because she's had more health problems. This kind of happened a little bit earlier for her where, what we would have done together, we couldn't do because of certain health problems that she had. Mm-hmm. And now I kind of understand how to have a relationship with her despite those things.
Yeah.
And it's just the same thing that I have to do with my dad.
Yeah. You'll have fun. Older parent club can be fun.
Yeah. Speaking of the older parent club, my segues are terrible. Oh my God,
they're so bad. I love it.
Syd's been getting a little bit Syd's been getting a little bit of some male attention.
I don't know what's going on. Men are really into me lately. It's so weird.
At Syd's play on Friday, I'm sitting next to my father-in-law on the couch in this theater. Syd's standing above us, waiting to go into the bathroom. She's like right by us. And some guy like walks in and just like starts like going for Syd, like totally flirting with her. And I was just baffled. I'm like, dude, she's right next to her father and her husband.
He doesn't know that I'm with you guys. It looked like I was waiting for the bathroom.
I know, but I'm just like, use some context clues. You think she's talking to us? You think we're just some randos? No, we're the most important men in her life.
True.
But you loved it.
Yeah, I loved it. I mean, it's just been happening a lot. So he wasn't even the first. I'm really enjoying it. Maybe I'm finally coming into my own because men didn't really like me before.
You have a very like pixie dream girl sort of vibe.
No, I don't.
I think men look at you and they go, oh man, that's like, I think you're a little bit of like a hipster fetish.
What? I don't think so.
What?
I really don't think so.
I really don't
Men
think so.
didn't really like me before.
Yeah, but now you're coming into your own.
I guess I finally...
What do you think? Why are you getting so much male attention?
I think I'm finally coming into my own. And I think men love an unavailable woman. The air of an unavailable woman. The air of a woman happy with her situation, content with her life. Obviously I'd like more money and to be more quote unquote successful, but I do think, I've said this a million times, I'll say it again. When I met Noah, I think it happened because I truly, in my bones, believed I would rather be alone forever than have a shitty boyfriend.
Yeah.
And I'll stick to it till I die.
I don't know how I feel about men hitting on you.
Why? I mean, I'm not going to cheat on you.
I know. But like for you, when you see a woman cheat on me, it makes you feel...
hit on you?
Yes. When you see a woman hit on me, you feel like, oh, like I'm happy I'm dating someone who's desired.
Yeah.
For me, I'm like, back off, buddy. She's mine. I get a little possessive.
Well, do you like that feeling?
No, I don't. I think that's a bad quality for me.
Well, you're not actually saying anything.
No.
And you don't get mad at me. So I'm like, it's a very harmless jealousy.
Yeah, and maybe that's good. It does keep the fire alive.
I know. See, I like that you're getting a little jealous, but it is like a harmless jealous. There's jealousy that I find to be absolutely repulsive, and I don't even think I have to explain what it is. Y'all know. But no, it is not like that.
It was just funny watching this guy flirt with you in front of me. I'm like, you bozo.
I know.
She's playing you, man. She's fucking playing you.
I wasn't playing him.
You kind of make them think that they have a chance.
A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit. It's funny. It's funny to me.
But I don't know. We talked about it that night. I felt a little uncomfortable because it did seem like you enjoyed.
I did enjoy it.
Letting him like think he had a chance.
Yeah.
And I don't like feeling like someone's trying to make me jealous.
Yeah.
That just makes me angry.
Yeah, of course. And I wasn't trying to make you jealous. I think it's fun to be like, wink, wink. I only have eyes for you,
Yeah. But you like a little bit. There's a little part of you that's like, see, he thinks I'm hot.
Well, obviously we all want to be desired. And like I said, men didn't really like me before. So it's kind of a new thing.
So you're almost fighting all the men from your past.
Yeah.
But not me, because I really like you.
I know.
And I think you're hot.
Yes.
But do I ever represent a monolith of men to you sometimes?
No. What do you mean?
Like, I do feel like some of that was you saying, see, men think I'm hot, as if like, and I'm representing like all the men who maybe counted you out.
No, because you never did count me out. You liked me. I think.
No, but I have a penis. So I'm saying, like, do I represent those types of men?
No,
to you? Okay.
I don't even know what you're asking me. I can't. My brain cannot comprehend this. I do not know what's happening.
Okay, let me be more clear.
You don't represent anything. It's just fun to be like, ooh, looky here, Noah, isn't it? I think for me, it's like, isn't it nice for you to have something that other people want?
Yeah.
That's what it is. Like, oh, don't you like that?
Yeah, but it seems like you do it a little bit like, see?
It's funny. It's funny.
See?
See? They want me. But you do want me. So it's just like stupid. It's just funny. It's obviously so stupid.
Yeah.
But it has been happening a lot lately.
So much.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like we're bragging, but
I'm not. But it has been happening every day.
And I am grateful that I am not a jealous type because there are guys who would lose it over that.
And I hate that.
That's crazy.
I would never be with someone like that because I hate that behavior. Jealousy, miss me with it.
That is really wild behavior. Like, why would you get to that point?
I know. I hate it.
I'm very grateful that I kind of live in this space of like, it kind of turns me on. It is a little confusing. It makes me even less jealous. I'd say it's like 80% turn on, 15% confusing, 5% jealous.
Those are hot odds, baby. Those are some sexy percentages. And I'm not jealous because there's literally not a world where you would cheat on me.
Yeah.
That'll be funny, though, if it ever comes out that Noah's been cheating on me. Funny for you guys, sad for me.
What would happen if, like, how would you feel if I cheated on you with a man?
I'd feel like, oh, sweetie, like, you could have told me.
It wouldn't be as bad for you if I cheated on with a woman.
Yeah.
Like, a man would be like, oh, like, you were acting out because you're in pain.
Yeah.
But a woman would be like, you're hurting me.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't have interest in men.
Uh-huh.
But sometimes you do think I'm a little gay.
Well, you are a little gay. You love men. You love them so much.
When I make a new guy friend, I can't stop thinking about them.
It's like a crush.
Like it is the exact same way I have felt when I'm crushing on a woman. I have about a man. I don't want to have sex with them.
Yeah.
I just like want to talk to them and hang out with them.
And you want him to like you.
Yeah, like I will come home and talk to you about them.
About this guy all the time.
I'll come home and be like, oh my God, babe, you're not going to believe what Sean said today.
Oh my God, you're using his actual name. I guess he doesn't listen to the podcast.
He is so funny. Did I tell you he's starting a podcast?
I don't want to listen to it.
So Sean said you'd say that? And he actually said I kind of need to stand up for what I need in this relationship. But I just can't. I can't stop. I want to hang out with this person. I want to talk. I become very obsessed with that person. I don't have that with female friends. Female friends, it's a little bit more like baseline.
Well, yeah, that'd be weird if you had that with female friends.
Yeah, I became like obsessed with her, obviously.
That would be so fucking creepy. So I guess I'm glad you're a little gay.
But I don't want to have sex with them.
No, I know.
I just want to talk to them, hang out with them all the time.
It's like a platonic crush.
Yeah. But I remember when I was dating and I would have a crush on someone, like feeling that like crush feeling in your belly.
Yeah.
Like I have the same feeling about like a new guy friend.
Oh my God.
It's so the same exact feeling.
That's so sweet.
I'm like, God, I got to find out a way to talk to some people.
That's adorable.
To this guy.
You're very sweet. You're a very sweet person. And
that's it?
No, I was going to say Noah has been working a lot lately, so we haven't been spending as much time together. And then we went on a date last night, and, you were just being so sweet and like affectionate, like you always are. And I, was talking to my friend today about it, and I was like, yeah, it's very hard when we don't get to spend that much time together because spending time with you is the best. You are so sweet and so affectionate, and you really are such a loving, kind person that, yeah, I miss you when you are so busy.
Yeah, I think kind of on the same point with like, how do you have a relationship with your parents as you get older? Like relationships need to change based on the circumstance.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we're not, this is just happens for couples where we're working a lot. We're not seeing each other as much. We can either let it, atrophy, or we could say, okay, what within this schedule can work?
Yeah.
Like what? And I don't know. I think also knowing that I have trouble, and I think you do too, functioning and existing when we don't make the plans.
Yeah.
Like knowing how that feels makes me more motivated to be like, okay, like the weekend's coming up. Hey, like let's make sure we carve out a decent amount of time with each other.
Yeah.
Or knowing like, okay, like I'm working a lot during the week, so on the weekends maybe you try to keep it a little bit more open so we can hang out.
Yeah. And I'm very busy right now too. Let it be known.
No, of course, but like your schedule is a little bit more fluid than mine.
Well, yeah, it's more flexible. And I work from home a lot.
Yeah. Which
I'm a chef, everybody.
We had like a really good talk about this the other day. Remember, we were on the couch and it was just like, hey, we were feeling like not connected.
Yeah. And normally we watch a lot of TV at night together.
Yeah.
And we were like, let's not do that.
Well, it's like I wasn't really going out. Yeah. You know, only last week I really had a lot of stand up to do. But like those other weeks before that, I wasn't going out. I was coming home. We were eating dinner and we were watching TV, but we didn't feel connected. But we were seeing each other the way as much as most couples see each other.
Yeah. But we were just watching TV together.
Yeah. And I think that's what it was.
Yeah. So now we make sure to talk.
Yeah. Especially like in the mornings, or just like taking some time to just like, let's sit on the couch and just talk.
Yeah. Chit chat.
As much as I love watching TV, it does kind of...
It's not connecting.
Yeah, we're not like engaging with each other.
I think it's bedtime.
You're done.
I'm done.
Okay.
I keep yawning.
All right. Sid, what are you into this week? Suits.
Oh, yeah.
Here and there and over there, over there.
I think mine is Suits too.
I love Suits. Every time Harvey talks in Suits, he's just like, hey, you better not mess with me because I'm a winner when I'm in the courtroom. And when I'm in the courtroom, nobody looks at me the way I look at me.
Yeah. It's just like a lot of nonsense.
Just like absolute nonsense, fast talking.
That's meant to make a point.
It's so good. It's sexy.
It's really sexy.
It's so easy to watch.
I need an easy watch because we have been watching West Wing for like 2 years at this point, and it is... I never know what's happening. And to be fair, I never know what's happening on Suits either, but because I don't have to. Yeah,
but there's like a real surface level thing going on with Suits.
Yeah, because everyone's hot. Whereas on West Wing, nobody's hot.
It's like very simple ideas, like hot guy wants to fuck hot girl. Mm-hmm. Criminal needs lawyer. Mm-hmm. Like it's very simple, whereas West Wing is just like... What's happening in this country? Is that a real country? Why are there terrorists? Are we really going to go after these people again?
Yeah.
What are these words? These like abbreviations for organizations and groups? I'm like, yo.
It's too much.
I'm done. All right, guys, we will have a Patreon episode up this week. You can follow us on all the things.
I'm so falling asleep.
Sid's tired. We should go to bed.
Yeah. We love you, sleepyheads. Good night.
Good night.
It's the Bedtime Pod podcast.